today's edition on Talking Winch. We are away and we're back in league action. It's Bristol Manor Farm away from the mighty Winchester City in Southern Division 1, Southwest Division 1 I should say. Sponsored by good friends Visual Sounds Disco. I am joined as always on pre-game by Winchester City Football Encyclopedia himself, Mr. Peter Keane. That leaves yours truly, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that's just too sweet to be sour, the tower of power himself, People's Report, Mr. Yannick Piatkowski. Afternoon, Pete.
Afternoon, Yannick.
Yeah, so before we go any further, Pete's going to give team news, and there's a few changes. So, Pete, you do have team news.
Yeah, there's a couple of changes. So Lynch drops out, and Tommy Wright's back in the team, as is Callum Buckley, and Olly Griggs has dropped out as a result. So yeah, a couple of changes from last week's defeats at Tame.
Right. Okay. Well, last week was quite possibly one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen in my time, and that's a long time, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. 25 years of doing Winchester City, on and off, a few breaks in between, but it was not good at all. I think you would agree it wasn't the best, was it, Pete?
I think the best way to describe it was City were tame away at Tame.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So yeah, it was not great. I know, obviously, Davo changed up a bit. It's probably because it was a cup match.
Yeah, probably.
No, it wasn't great, and I'm sure Davo, like us fans, will expect a reaction today. And the good thing is they've had a week in between games, so hopefully they've had a couple of training sessions to sort out whatever issues there.
Our opponents today, Bristol Manor Farm, have had a bit like us, a bit of a mixed bag. But last week they had a really good result.
Yeah, so they played 5, they've won 2, drawn 1, lost 2. But last week they won 5-3 at the leaders, Malvern. So that means obviously scoring 5 away from home at the leaders means it sounds like they were played quite well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you certainly can't write them off. So yeah, mixed bag, but yeah, what a result they had last week. So yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge.
It's going to be a tough challenge. Now we do have history, of course, with Bristol Manor Farm. 3 years ago, we played on the last game of the season, and I wasn't there at that game. I was looking on text, getting text from this gentleman right here. We drew 2-2, which unfortunately meant our very good friends down the road, Tottenham, did not make the playoffs, and we still send our deepest sympathies over that. Then we went on to sorry, I know they've gone on to get to conference South. Fair play.
I don't think they care about that.
Yeah, I don't think they care about that. But anyway, don't mind. No, fair play to them going on conference. But anyway, then we met them a couple of weeks later, and we won in the playoff final.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was a great day. Obviously, we knocked out a decent. Won the semi-final, didn't we? Against Cirencester.
Cirencester, that's it.
I was going to say Chichester, but yeah, I need to go and see Cirencester and.
Was that the game you were at when they were all saying they were trying to prepare for the?
Yeah, they basically said who they're playing on the Monday.
Yeah,
which was like how'd that work out? But yeah, we won 4-1 against Bristol Manor Farm in the final 3 years ago to get us to Southern Premier. The highest level we've ever played at, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So it was a great day. So I have a lot of good memories with us playing Bristol Manor Farm, but we've never won here.
No, I was just about to bring the fake in.
So it's be nice to change that today, but we'll obviously see. It's going to be our
chance to be broken.
Absolutely, yes. Like you say, hopefully that's what we'll do today.
Exactly, let's hope so. Unfortunately, there was no club legend Kev Hawkins. He's not very well, unfortunately. So we send our best wishes to you, Kev. Hopefully we'll see you in the next couple of weeks, and maybe if we're not there Monday, we'll see you at Melville in a couple of weeks' time. But this gentleman will be back with me at full time.
Indeed,
he will be. And of course, at half time, it's of course the incomparable time. He is here. Of course, he is. He's been on the train and a few drinking establishments along the way since 8 o'clock this morning. So he's well and truly oiled up, so to speak. So we will speak to him at half time. Rob Conway will be joining us. So we'll see you then. Take care. See you at half time. Talking Winch. It's Bristol Manor Farm 0, Winchester City 2. It's incomparable time, everyone. Yes, it's a much better half this weekend. Joined by incomparable themselves, Mr. Rob Conway. Rob, that was miles better.
Yeah, definitely. Well, in the end it was. I mean, we started off the first 10-15 minutes a bit wasn't great, a bit feeling each other out, whatever. And then, Olly Balmer's put one in the bottom corner, and then 10 minutes later, Tommy Wright's hammered one in the bottom corner. We're 2-0 at half time, and we didn't want the half to end. We were massively on top come the end of that first half, and really good first half.
Unfortunately, I think he said it's actually true, but a bit of a sour note is Olly Balmer's had to go up about 5 minutes after he scored the goal.
Yeah, he did. I'm guessing it's nothing too serious because obviously he limped off the pitch, but obviously he went down and then he's walked off and he's obviously walking. It's nothing too bad, thankfully. But Baz has come on and I think Baz played a role in the second goal. So I said earlier, this is my fifth year. I've never seen this win. I didn't want to jinx it, but 2-0 at half time. If we don't win today, then we never will win. So it's good.
Good. So far, so good. There's been some really good. Dan Bradshaw today's been good, but Brad Waters has been really good.
Yeah, brilliant. I've been so unlucky. I mean, Brad is literally turning that left back inside out. He's just so unlucky. He's unlucky with the final. It's nothing to do with him. He's either over here and he's not back close, or his keeper's come out and collected a couple, done well.
He's had a couple of chances to have a shot before he took
the first one, he's kind of had a shot, keeper saved it, ball come back to him, he's had another shot, keeper saved it again. Brad's turned that guy inside out.
If anyone deserves to go
yeah, exactly. And obviously that was in the first half up the hill. If he's not, hopefully he's on the pitch, players are out. If he's playing down the pitch, then I think I'm expecting him to run right in the second half.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but no, so far so good for Winchester City. As I said, unfortunately no Kev Watkins here today because he's not very well. So, as we said before, good. I hope to see you soon, Kev. Pete will be back with me at full time. We'll see you. Thanks as always, Rob. Talking Winch is finished with Bristol Manor Farm 0, Winchester City 4. Unfortunately, as I said beforehand, Kev Watkins is ill, can't be with us today, so best wishes to you, Kev. But I've got an ample replacement in the alternate salad dodger in George here. George, great with Winchester City today.
Yeah, absolutely. And after last week, where we just didn't get anything right, it was the perfect response needed. I mean, we were crisp, we were on top of them from the get-go, aside from a few early scares. Once we went 2 up, we pretty much killed the game off.
Yeah, definitely that. Obviously, you're looking at the Balmer scored straight away. Obviously, went off with an injury. Tommy Wright got 2 and then an own goal. So, in some ways, we looked really good today. Brad Waters played really well today as well.
So, I think Rob said that Brad Waters was his pick for man of the match, so I don't think I can argue with that. He was, anyway, he just gave their left back nightmares up and down the pitch.
Yeah, I couldn't agree, not disagree with that at all. He really was that good today. So obviously Winchester now have got game on Monday, Swindon away, which we don't have a great record of. We lost the last 2 there, obviously. So things change. We have a good record down here, so we can go to Swindon and get a similar result as we did today, and then we'll see what we can off.
Yes, and we need to pick up on Monday where we left off today, because Supermarine lost at home to Malvern. I mean, them winning would have been good for us because it would have meant we'd have gone top, but on the other hand, they'll likely be disheartened going into that match. We win that, we will be top of the league for 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think the difference is between Winchester of last week and Winchester of this week? I know Dave made some changes. I know it's tough in the league. We seem to be really good in the league, but not so great in the cup, so to speak.
Well, I think it's due to the fact that form doesn't actually count for anything in cup games. I mean, Fareham had been a bit shaky, them being knocked out of the cup. Tame United hadn't got a point in the league, them being knocked out of the trophy. I mean, Aldershot are having a bit of a bad patch. We'll probably get them in the league, in the Hampshire Cup, and then they'll knock us out.
That's a spiritual.
Well, hopefully not.
No, hopefully not.
But I think it's like that form can carry over in the league, whereas in the cup, the form book always goes out the window.
Yeah, it's a bit like a derby match, really, isn't it? As you well know, I mean, derby matches, no matter what you look at, in like the big leagues, like Liverpool, Everton, Chelsea, Tottenham, that type of thing, form goes out the window, doesn't it?
Yes, and also the fact that we had Backers back from food poisoning, because he was a huge miss last Saturday.
He's a leader in the league.
Yeah. And the fact that we were actually trying to get to a ball this time around, whereas we kept standing off last Saturday.
Yeah, anyway, so with that in mind, thank you very much, George, for today, as always. We'll be getting...
Really good today, weren't we? Very pleased with the performance. I thought we were brilliant from start to finish, to be honest. We didn't really give them a kick. They're no mugs. They've had a rebuild this year, but they're a cracking football club. I know we've got a lot of time for them as a football club, and they beat Malvern last week 5-3. They've got some excellent players going forwards for sure, and it's a tricky venue. We've not been great over the years here, so we had a great day last time we were here with the playoffs and all that stuff. But even then, we didn't win the game. So I think it might be our first win there, or certainly won very often there. It was a really good performance, especially off the back of last week, which was abject and not good enough. And I have to find a way to try and stop us from doing that, because it's criminal to be as good as we are, or can be, as shown today and against Froome and Portishead and other games, and then put in some poor performances. So look, you can't expect lads to always produce. We're not laden with all of the talented players in the world. We've worked hard to get them. We're working hard on a shape, and we're doing a good job of getting good performances out of a few. It's just sometimes we're just finding a way to let ourselves down, and my job is to try and find the formula to ensure that we do that as infrequently as possible, stroke never. But we have to be honest, and it's going to happen. We're not machines, and whilst we've let ourselves down, we've bounced back really well. And again today we had no Jez suspended, no Neely, who's still struggling a little bit. They're two big players, massive players, and I thought we were brilliant from start to finish. I thought Tommy was fantastic up top. Having not been at his best at times, he was excellent today, and if he can continue to play like that, then happy days. Obviously Balmer played well in behind him, albeit got an injury, so he came off. Thought Luke King was massive for us, along with Dom in midfield, and a back three were excellent. Tommy Scott just continues to excel in what he does. J-Mo brilliant at the back. Could go throughout the whole team. I just thought collectively real good performance. Really good to see us, getting another win. It's nice to be second in the league. Means nothing at this point. We want to be first come the end of the year. That's the aim. And if we're not first, can we get in the top 5? And that's the aim. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to shoot as high as we can, do what we can to try and stay right up there. but we know how hard the games are, and none harder really than Swindon on Monday. Quick turnaround. Hopefully you guys can get up there as well, and we do appreciate the support. The support was great today. Long trip again, and really sort of gave us a good lift and great ovations at the end. So let's hope we can go and replicate it Monday. Tough game, against a side that real aspirations to be promoted. Same as us, they come down, they want to go back like Froome. And like I said, there's a few teams in this league with a real eye on promotion. So we absolutely know it's a tough season ahead. But performances like today are what we're going to need to continue to do. And it's good to see us, top goal scorer. Barnes is the top goal scorer in the league at the moment, which is amazing. But also we are our best goal difference in the league as well as us. So things like that are important because it shows that we've got the ability to cut loose in games. And I thought that's what we did today. We could have had more, in fairness. And as I said, against a good side who beat Malvern the other week or last week, and got some excellent players. So yeah, very pleasing. Can we go and do it again Monday? It's going to be tough, but let's give it a right good go together, and hopefully we can come out of it with another positive result. But thanks for the support, everyone, as always. Class.
We'll be getting Dave O's going to be sending us over a comment about how well we played today and all about today's game. That just leads me to the end off as we always do. Same which time, same which channel. Take care, people.